No, I want to go over question 11. This is from the assignment exercises arithmetic in different bases. And this one you do a bunch of arithmetic in different bases, and then the last three are doing unit conversions. So 11, 12, and 13 kind of all have a similar way to approach these. So I'm going to go through number 11 specifically. Hopefully you could kind of do something similar to answer 12 and 13. So in this one, we're converting. So we're going to use these different units. So really each unit in some way is in a different basis for going from inches to feet to yards. So I'm going to go over this problem, but I copied it over onto a Word document. It's the same question. And we want to combine 3 miles, 856 yards, 2 feet, 7 inches, and add that. So combine that. So we're looking at addition here with 4 miles, 981 yards, 2 feet, and 9 inches. So we're going to start with the smallest unit of measure, which are the inches. So if we take the inches here, I've got 7 inches plus 9, and that's going to be a 16, of course, 16 inches. But notice we need to convert this. So like we're adding in a different base. If we have more than 12 inches, and that needs to move over to the next column, which is the feet column. So we actually have, I'm going to write this down as 16 minus 12 equals 4. We actually have 4 inches and 1 foot. So this 1 foot we're going to carry over to the next unit of measure, which would be feet. And we've got 1, right like this, we have 1 foot. And again, this is from the inches, 1 foot plus 2 feet, and then plus another 2 feet. So of course that becomes 5. So we have 5 feet. So we actually have not 5 feet, because every time we go to 3 feet, that moves over a yard. So going from feet to yards is really a base 3. So instead of 5 feet, we have, I'm going to write 5 minus 3 equals 2. So we have 2 feet and 1 yard. So think about this yard as our adding over to the next column. So then if we look at yards, now I've got this 1 yard from the feet, 1 yard, and then I need to add 856 plus 981 yards. And let's see what that's going to be. Add that up really quickly. 981, 856, and 1. That's going to be my calculator. I got 1837. Double check that. Oh, excuse me, 1838. Yards. Excuse me. So 1830 yards, but every time we get up to 1760 yards, that equals 1 mile. So we actually have, I'm going to take 1838 and subtract 1760. I throw that in my calculator really quick, and that leaves us with 78 yards left over, but that 1760 yards becomes 1 mile. So 78 yards and 1 mile. And finally, we have our largest unit of measurement, the miles. So I've got 1 mile from the yards. I've got to carry this 1 mile over. And then we're going to add 3 plus 4 to get 8 miles total. All right, so this combines to be 4 inches. Right here, the answer would be 4 inches, 2 feet, 78 yards, and 8 miles. All right, so this is how you answer number 11. For 12 and 13, it's very similar, but we're looking at different units of measurement. So I put the note on here. If I ask a question like this on the test, I will give you the basic conversions. I had to Google the miles to yards, so don't worry about that too much. And the pints to quarts, if you know the change, that's great, but don't worry about that. One thing I hope you do know is the time. I didn't give you the time measurements, how to go from seconds to minutes to hours. Hopefully you know that. If not, then just Google it. But 12 and 13 work the same way. Go with the start with the smallest unit of measure, combine those, but then you might have too much. If you end up, say, with more than 60 seconds on question 13, then you need to combine that over to a minute, and so on and so forth.